guys. So there's been videos popping up. Where did you get your channel name? How did you come up with it? Obviously mine's DJ MODELWORKS. So the story behind mine is my great granny, her son, my grandpa, he was called David Lazenby like me. His middle name was John, mine's James. And my great granny always used to call me David James. I don't know why, but she always did. And it sort of stuck with me through my life. She always called me David James. And she was a bit of an amateur artist herself, and she used to do pencil drawings of buildings, wildlife and landscapes, and she was really good. And I used to spend hours with her. Well, it seemed like hours at the time. I think it was like 5 or something, or 5, 6, something like that. And we'd just sit and do doodles all day, drawing birds and buildings and stuff like that. And she'd show me how to like shade, and it was I don't know, she was like my favourite. So and so if we skip forward about 20 years or so, obviously she'd gone into a home eventually, and I can't remember where the home was, but it was quite far, and she had no family around her, and the management of the place suggested that we moved her closer to us, basically. And that's what we did. She moved into a home in Settle, and towards the end of her life she started to go blind. She could see block colours, but that was really about it really. She couldn't really see anything. And I used to take her, I'd go over and see her, and I used to take her out in a wheelchair, and we'd go around the gardens. And they had a peacock, which was weird. I remember the peacock just walking around randomly. And she used to say, "Oh, what's this plant here? A pink one? I don't know. A rose? I don't know." And it was really quite sad in a way, because she loved drawing and she was really good at it. And I was up in Horton, which is a few villages up from Settle, one weekend, and I never went to see her. I can't remember why, but I never went to see her. And of course the weekend after, she'd passed away, which it took me a while to get over that, because I had a chance to see her one last time and I didn't. And then of course afterwards, you know, my father and his sisters had gone through her stuff and what have you, and I never found her drawings. So whether they were binned or not, I don't know. I hope not, but that's probably what happened to them. I think they would have just been chucked in the bin. So getting back to me, when I was younger I never really did that much modelling. In fact, I think I built one model when I was younger with my stepfather, because my father had gone off to, well, my grandfather owned his own building company, so he was doing well, but my dad was never interested in that. He wanted to be an actor, so he went off to Derby, went to college, university. So I never really saw my dad that much. I saw him maybe like, I don't know, like a month out of the year or something. I might see him, because afterwards he moved to Billericay in Essex, which was way down south from me. And I'd always used to ask him, you know, what happened to her drawings and that, and I don't know. So anyway, I've lost my train of thought now. Building company, yeah. So anyway, that all went. But yeah, I sort of never really forgave myself for not going to see her that one last weekend. That's where I was heading. Modelling. Yeah, I built a red arrows, I think 1/72 scale, and it was red enamel paint that we're using on it, so you can imagine, you know, you don't have the patience for enamel to dry, so it was covered in fingerprints and it looked dreadful. So then skipping forward a further 10-15 years I really wanted an Enterprise refit model, but they were really hard to find a decent one. The ones that I did find was just, I were broke. I didn't have any money. I couldn't spend thousands on one. And then it got me thinking, well, what, you know, I have done modelling, that one model that I did. I thought, oh, well, I'll have a go. Still haven't built one yet, but that's where it sort of kicked off, because I thought, well, I'll build one day, which I haven't done yet, but we will do. We'll get round to that. And yeah, I'd gone to drama school. I'd come back up. I've been back in Yorkshire now for about 5 years now. And if you've been following me on YouTube, about 4 years, you know, I used to work in a tiny little poxy shed at the bottom of the garden. But I always wanted to do bigger, larger stuff. So I built this place, which is 20 by 12, so it's very large. Well, it was very large. Now that I'm starting to fill it up with stuff, it's getting a bit small now. But yeah, I built this place because I wanted to do larger stuff, basically. I want to do bigger projects. And then I thought, well, I'll start a YouTube channel, as you do. And then I was trying to think, I wrote down loads of names and stuff that I could call it. And for some reason, David James came into my head. Well, I don't want to call it David James, but what about DJ? DJ sounds good. It's short. So DJ MODELWORKS. The MODELWORKS being that I basically just build anything, because a lot of modelers have their own genres. Some people just build cars. That's all they do, cars. And essentially, it's the same kit that they're building over and over and over again, and that would do my head in. I'd get bored of that pretty quick. I mean, it's okay for them, fair dues, but it's not for me. So the MODELWORKS came about because I genuinely love just building anything. And as I've progressed through 4 years of being on YouTube, I think you can notice a difference from the beginning of my journey to where I am now. I mean, I'm starting to do woodwork, which I haven't done that since school. And I was never really good at it at school either. But I've just done my first tenon join, which I'll show you in an update later on. But yeah, I absolutely love what I'm doing, and I think it's just a homage to her that I've just called it DJ MODELWORKS, and that's basically the story of how I came up with it, because it just popped into my head. David James, what do I do? Pretty much everything, MODELWORKS. And that's how it came about. So yeah, I think that's my story. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the update for the X-Wing. So see you later.